Okay, so I'm gonna do kind of just like something that I used to do all the time in videos, and that is just sit down and talk because there's a tweet that came up that I made basically just saying how it's a shame seeing that Draft League videos are at an all-time low, and it has sparked some stuff. So it's not even that the tweet itself sparked some stuff. My buddy Matt, Dr. Slacking, put out a video saying that why the Wi-Fi draft scene is dying, and it was a great video. And I'm gonna link a few videos down in the description below. Okay, I'm gonna be linking 3 videos in particular because they're my 3 favorite ones that I've seen so far. I'm gonna link the original Dr. Slackings. I'm going to be linking Incog M's, go watch his, and then I'm going to be linking Aquarius's, and I'm going to be touching on some main points as somebody who has been here I think I've been here the longest. I genuinely think I am the last remaining original Draft League player. If you don't know when I started in May of no, even before that, I think it was March of 2014. I started. So this March, next month, is going to be literally 8 years of me doing Draft League format. And it's changed a lot. It has changed a lot. But I wanted to kind of touch on, maybe it wasn't March. I forget which month it was, but it was 2014 because I started my channel in 2014 and I started doing Draft League at the beginning of my channel, but I wanted to touch on a lot of their points. So the first one that I'm going to touch on is Dr. Slacking said that Draft League players in general are boring. Yeah, we are. We play Pokemon. We play competitive Pokemon, meaning that we are analytical people, right? We use this. We don't use... not our titties. We don't use our personality, right? We don't have the shady penguin, the A drive. We don't have that type of personality if you're still remaining in the community. Some people do. Don't get me wrong. Not many. I'm going to say like maybe 5. I'm going to say maybe, if I'm generous, 7 Draft League players are genuinely entertaining. The rest of them, it is okay, I'm going to go into this now. This does this exact percentage, I'm going to do this. They don't explain thought processes entertainingly. They don't have a commanding voice. They don't have anything. They just have I'm going to narrate what is happening on my screen. Boring. I agree 100%. However, something that nobody else has mentioned is I think that we need to start calling people out when they're boring, because otherwise we're not going to know like what we're doing wrong, right? We're not going to know when we're being boring. We're not going to know anything. We're going to do exactly what this Draft League community has done for years, and we're going to just sit there, say, "Oh, that's not me. I'm perfect." That's not how it is. A lot of us do stuff wrong. I want to talk about what I do wrong personally in this video as well. So just give me a minute. I don't think I'm boring. I think I'm pretty entertaining, and I think my growth over the years of playing Draft League content in general has shown that I'm pretty entertaining, just in general. Like, I might not be entertaining 100% of the time. I might have those videos where I'm just not, but I think in general I am. So I don't think this one applies to me, but I do think there are a large handful of people that are just boring. That's why I don't watch a whole lot of content creators. There are a few content creators that still do Draft League that I will watch 100% of the time. Matt O'Shea, JV, Ultra Player, D-Ray, like those are just some, but they're genuinely entertaining, right? They're genuinely entertaining people to watch. They encapsulate like the viewership, and I think one of the best ones is Matt O'Shea, right? He starts out every single video with a commanding, "What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here," like every single time, and he puts secret words in his videos. He does all of these things that are smart, right? But he does it in an entertaining way. So I agree. And how do we fix that? We call people out, right? That's going to be a theme that I'm going to be putting in a lot of this. Is I think that we as a community need to call people out whenever they do something that we're like, "Hey, this is not helpful to the community." Okay? I'm just going to say that right now. And some people might not like being called out, myself included, but I think that we all need to kind of sort of do what Aquarius said and put down our egos and realize that whenever we're doing something stupid, we need to be able to take it. We need to be able to just take it on the chin, right? So That's how I think we fix it. Call me up, be like, hey, dude, you might want to try this in your videos. If that means that you lose a couple of games, but you become entertaining to watch, good. Look at, I hope I really don't offend him by saying this. Look at Kyle A, right? I love this dude so freaking much. He was so entertaining. Wasn't the best battler. He will even admit to it. But eventually, he learned how to be entertaining and good, right? At the beginning, it was funny that Kyle A had never lost, right? Became his catchphrase. Even though he lost games all the time, he never lost because he was entertaining. That's what his thing was. But people wanted to clown on him for being bad, but his views were good. His views were good. He was entertaining. So we need to call people out whenever they're being not entertaining. Whenever they make a bad play, so what? We're humans. We're all going to make imperfect plays, but we are also humans that can be entertaining. That's what we need to focus on in the Draft League community, and I think that would make everything a lot better and a lot more fun. Be entertaining again. Call people out on it, including myself. If I do something stupid that's not entertaining or that's rude or something like that, call people out. Next thing that Dr. Slacking suggested is he said that we should get commentators. I'm gonna just boil this down to we need to spice things up in the community. We're in a very stale relationship, right? We don't need therapy. We just need to spice things up a little bit. Like we need to spice things up in the bedroom. We need innovation, and I don't mean we need a low tier, we need LC, we need XYZ, we need Ubers. I'm not saying that. We need a new twist. This is where I wanted to go with TBL, the Team Battling League, last year. Whenever I first started up, I wanted something fun, but people are so petrified of change because they're worried they won't be the best at it. I don't care if I'm the best. So for instance, the top 25 or whatever Draft League player things came out. We were talking about it beforehand, and Aquarius said that she put me on there. Trexo said they put me on there. And while I appreciate it, and while that is phenomenal, and I'm so glad that you guys think highly of me, I don't care. I don't think I'm the best. I'm not trying to be the best. I'm trying to be good, but I'm trying to be an entertainer and have fun first and foremost. So I hope I don't go off on too much of a tangent with this. I think things like the top 25 players, the best in the format, XYZ, all that is what has strongly made the entertainment of people go down, because people are trying to constantly be Mountay. They're trying to be Vepsis. They're trying to be Shuckle King. They're trying to be the best. When if you were entertaining, you would find so much more success and fun in the Draft League community. It would be amazing. Okay, back to that. So what needs to be innovated is a format. So Team Battling League, I wanted to have 2 people, but people didn't take it seriously. People didn't like the change. People didn't want to go out of their comfort zone and try to schedule with 3 other people. They thought it would be too difficult, but they'll sit and call with those exact same 3 people and game all night doing something else, but they wouldn't want to play their Draft League game. So people are so scared to innovate, but all you got to do is keep an open mind, and we got to get back to that wanting to have fun. So think about it. GBA innovated by implementing tiers, okay? So this is how you could innovate back in the day. If you don't remember how GBA originally did it, they did it by contracts. They did it by you would have Victini for 3 seasons, or for a 2-year contract or whatever. And they would have 1-year contracts and whatever. Then whenever one expired, they would have a draft. They'd do free agency, just like actual NFL football. So that's how the innovation started, was by changing it all up to doing tiers and doing a new draft every season. That was a big change. When was the last time we changed this? We went from tiers to points. That's not innovation. We went from tiers to free draft. That's not innovation. We can't innovate that way anymore. We need to do something new by having multiple coaches to be entertaining, to bounce off of one another. We need to innovate by doing, I had this idea where I wanted to have a regular draft, right? Regular draft, 12 coaches, and every single week you get randomized a team. Every single week just gets randomized. That way you never play this, you shouldn't statistically. You might towards the end of the season be playing with the same team, but if you get like a last pick you could still have a chance to use an Urshifu throughout the season. If you did this, you could do this, and like then you're rooting for the coach. You're not rooting for the team. And suddenly you're rooting for the person that you're watching, and that could really do a lot. Dr. Slacking mentioned doing commentators. I had a great idea of doing this. Like rather than having a commentators go up on a separate channel like an analyst channel, because that gets boring, that gets people staled on watching out, people don't want to do it for free. What if instead you had like a Monday upload for a battle, right? But then on Wednesday you had a commentary day. How would you guys like to watch me commentate over Matt O'Shea's APA battle or Shuckle King's APA battle with JV, with Matt O'Shea, with Shuckle King, with all these people that like are smart but can also be funny and entertaining? How would you guys like to watch that? That way it's going up on my channel still. I'm still getting the interaction. I get you guys involved more in the league with other people that you might not normally watch. That would be a way to do a lot of things. This would also touch on one of Aquarius's problems, which is where so she said that we're not promoting the league as a whole, we're promoting the person. And while I can understand what she's saying, I don't want to promote everybody in the league. Because this does one thing in particular for me, that my biggest issue with it is I don't always like everybody in the league. And now, while that doesn't mean I can't work with them, that doesn't mean that I can't be in a league with them, I don't want to have somebody's link in my description all the time and them to grow off of me saying, guys, go check out every single coach. I don't want that, because while I don't wish them poorly, I don't want them to grow off of me either, if that makes sense. It's something like I don't know, just something about it rubs me the wrong way. Whereas if I'm playing somebody, I will always say, if they're great, go check out their links. I will always say that if I like them as a person, and I think that what they stand for is good, because that means that I'm promoting that specific person. If I'm promoting that specific person, then it's a completely different story than me just saying, hey, go check out everybody. You know, it's completely different. She mentioned Shady Penguin hyping up Fizz, right? I think that's great. That's what I try to do with my friends, with the people that I support, with the people that I actually like, and the people that I think stand for something good and like aren't toxic in the community, always calling people bad, always saying that they made the wrong play, that the better player did X, Y, Z. You know, people that just try to do the right thing, I will always support them. But if I see that somebody is not doing that, I don't want to support that. I don't know, but I don't want to punish them either, so I will still put their links down, but I don't shout them out in the video. If you'll notice, that's typically what I do. If I really like somebody, I will say, go check them out, blah, 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 and I'll go on a big rant about them. I will say how they're pretty, how they're attractive, how they're super smart, how they're X, how they're Y, how they're Z. But if I don't like them, or I think that they might be a little bit of a toxic person, while I think they might do a little bit wrong, while I think they might be a little bit rude, I just say who we're going up against. And I started doing this whenever I heard somebody else do something very similar in the community. And I was like, good idea. I don't have to promote them. So while I understand that the whole league thing and trying to grow ourselves is an issue, I also think that we need to make sure that we're not promoting something or promoting someone that we are not okay with. For example, I just joined a league that is starting up. I don't know when this video is going up. It might go up tonight. It might go up Friday. I'm not sure. But he immediately got kicked from the league because he was a jerk, you know? And I'm glad that I didn't put out a video yet with his link in my description, because if I put out a link to his channel and he grew after saying that one of my friends was being a pussy, or that they were bitching about something whenever they were just trying to like talk normally, like that's something I'm not cool with. So yes, what I will agree with is that the idea of the league not having an identity, I 100% agree with, and I'm there for it. We need to get back to making sure that, like, APA has their thing, has their identity. UBL has their identity. UPBA has their identity. Right now, it's all just bleeding together because we're all doing the exact same thing with pretty similar people. We need to figure out a way to promote the league as a whole and the league identity. I don't know the best way to do that. I can't figure that out. I thought of ways to make format's more interesting, how to do a bunch of things with commentators. I figured out, I've been thinking a lot about this, right? So those are the main things that I wanted to touch on for that. And then I wanted to touch on something that Incog said that I strongly disagree with, but I'm willing to try it. And so they mentioned, first off, they mentioned something about SEO and tagging their video properly and everything like that. Yes and no, because sometimes people are not. Do I have cheese on my shirt? I have cheese on my shirt. God, I'm fat. So he mentioned that people aren't tagging their videos properly, which I don't know how other people tag their videos. I don't pay attention to that. That's very possible. But people are not searching like how to use Celesteela in Draft League format, right? So people aren't looking for that. And if they are, right, and you're not tagging your video with that, like for example, my video has the most views. No, Ninth Gym has one at 2.8. I won at 2.6, but that's for Nova. Don't even know who this is. Either way, but you see what I mean? Like, there aren't people searching for this right now. People are not searching for Draft League videos. People have already looked up all this stuff. So while search engine optimization could probably be a thing for some people, I just think that people are searching for it less. He also mentioned promoting videos. Promoting videos is something that a lot of people do and a lot of people ignore. So for example, people have literal bots that at people in their server. This video went live. Their videos are doing just as poorly compared to how they used to do. People literally put in every single server they're in the self-promote channel, I just uploaded this, go check it out. You guys should check this out, I just uploaded this. And their videos are doing just as poor. So I don't think that promoting is the issue. Maybe for people that have a larger audience, it might be. Like for larger audience, I have 6,000 subscribers. Like, shut up. I'm not a larger content creator in this, but in the Draft League community, I have a larger audience. So maybe for me, it would do something if I tweeted out my video every now and then. Like, what I'm doing in order to try this out, I'm deleting my Discord server. I'm starting a new one. Whoever joins it, I will promote every single video I do. See if that increases Draft League views. I'm going to do the commentary thing. See if that increases views. I'm going to be tweeting it out from now on, doing things like that. I just don't think that tweeting it out is the issue. I think it's literally just people are less interested because it's very similar. People are not innovating enough. People are not doing something new. People are not changing it up. And on that topic, people are saying that the format is stale. The format is not stale, my guy. The format is not stale. I'm not trying to be like you, my boy, because you are stale. You are drafting the same thing over and over again. You are not wanting to try out new strategies. You are not wanting to do things fun because they're bad. Now, I hope that you don't take that the wrong way. Whoever's watching this, and if you think I'm talking to you, I hope you don't take that the wrong way. But this is what I mean. People are so scared to not draft the best that they will do whatever it takes to draft the best. What I mean by that, and this is myself included sometimes, but I'm, for the most part, willing to do whatever. And I'll give some examples. If you have first or second pick, you are picking Dragapult / Urshifu and whatever one doesn't get taken first. Why? Because it's the best. Well, how many times have you seen the same people use Dragapult? Have you seen the same people use Urshifu? Have you seen the same people use Zeraora? Are these the people that are complaining that the format is stale? And if the answer is yes, then it is now on them. Because it is 100% not stale. You just don't want to branch out. You don't want to risk somebody else not getting Urshifu. You don't want to be risked seeing as the guy who didn't take Urshifu when you had first overall. So you are scared to not have the best. That is an issue. Whereas if you had already had Urshifu, right? So I'm just going to use this as an example. If you're in a league like APA, and let's say you somehow get lucky enough to get first overall twice in a row, Are you taking Urshifu twice? Or are you going to maybe take Urshifu the first time and then maybe be like, okay, I used it last time, I'm going to try Mew. Well, now this means that Urshifu has lasted to at minimum round 2, like pick 2, which means Dragapult has lasted to at minimum pick 2, which means the third person is going to get to try something else. Now, this is how you make it not a stale format. You branch out and try new things. I do not complain that the format is stale because I'm okay with using Sylveon 5 times in a row. I'm okay with using Vaporeon 5 times in a row. I'm okay with using Aegislash 5 times in a row. So I do not complain that the format is stale. This is my opinion, right? Just how I feel about it. So the format's not stale. You're just too afraid to branch out and try new things. Just throwing that out there. People say that if the format's stale, let's do low tier. That is not going to make the format feel less stale. That is going to force you into using things and get you comfortable picking the exact same thing over and over again. In order to make the format feel less stale, you have to be more entertaining and you have to try to find a way to be different. It's just my opinion. I'm trying to think of something else because I wanted to make this go to 25 minutes because I feel as though there's 25 minutes to talk about. Boring. Innovation. People don't even want to play at level 100 because they're too afraid to change or because they don't want to change up the norm because this is how things have always been done. People are so scared to change. People are so scared to change. It's annoying. Anyway, Incog mentioned a 3v3 draft league. Let's do it. I'm here. I will do it with you. I will help run it. I'm not the most hands-on commissioner because I fully believe that if you join a league, it is because you wanted to do it. That is why whenever I lose interest in a league, I drop out because I don't want to take that chance away from somebody else that does want to be in there. I don't half-ass it the rest of the way. I drop it. That's why I don't think I'm the most hands-on commissioner. That is why I think TBL did not do well because it didn't have somebody staying on top of it going, hey, do it. Either way, I will do the 3v3 league. Let's do it. That's why I'm doing a VGC league right now that I'm going to be uploading starting next week. I'm already 3 weeks in. Let's go. You know, that's just how I feel about these things, man. People are so scared to change. People don't even want to do level 100. Something as so simple as just playing something at level 100. We've been playing at level 50 since X and Y. Does anybody know why, by the way, we started playing at level 50? It was because back in the day, in GBA, people bred their Pokemon. Cooper Kashiro, Necrostevo, to be specific. Those are the 2 people that were hardcore breeders. Everybody else gen their Pokemon. If they said they didn't, they lied to you. Everybody else gen their Pokemon and they had them at level 100, but they played at level 50 because Cooper Kashiro and Necrostevo bred their Pokemon and it was easier to get them to something to level 50 than to level 100 back in the X and Y days, back before there was like the candies, back before there was raid battles, back before there was like Chansey hordes, things like that. They had no way of getting them to level 100 quickly, so they played at level 50. Now, we have literal bots, but we're still playing at level 50. Why? Because people are too afraid to change. That is the type of thing that I think this community is lacking. The willingness to change and the willingness to just try something new. To just try it. People don't want to allow things like Genesect because it's too broken. They won't be able to beat it. So, it'll allow people to draft new things and it might make a format less stale for you. You know, that is the biggest issue that I'm seeing with all of this. So, there were a couple of other things that were mentioned that I really agreed with, like how do I put this nicely? People complained about the timer, right? People complained that the timer has ruined it. The timer didn't ruin it, not in my opinion. I took a break because I didn't like LAN. I didn't like setting up the additional software on my computer for a Draft League game. I like being able to get my Switch, get my DS, connect to the internet, connect to whoever, and play. I don't want to go through LAN, get a server, worry about all that. If the 10-minute chess timer was on the Switch naturally, I would play it every single time, without fail, and I'd be happier because it relies more on my opponent doing their thing rather than just we're both on the same timer. I love the chess timer. I think it's great. I don't like LAN. So whenever people are saying that the timer is what has ruined it, the timer didn't ruin it. The fact that that timer option is not in the regular game is what has ruined it. So Aquarius said that a lot of people saying this, that has turned people off of it. That's true. I hate the fact that people are like, the LAN timer ruined everything, or the LAN method ruined everything, or the timer ruined everything. I don't like that. Don't like it at all. Just try it. Like, if you want to play Wi-Fi draft that bad, do it. Stop complaining about it. And then another one that I saw that I kind of wanted to bring up that I haven't really thought a lot of people touched on. I think, and this is my opinion, I think that a lot of people have been chased out of the Wi-Fi Draft League community. Here's what I mean. The Wi-Fi Draft League community is primarily for upload purposes, right? So, whenever you make a really bad play, whenever you do something dumb, whenever you make... Oh, I want streaming games. I want to talk about that too. Remind me. Hold on. Streaming games. I need to do a thing. Streaming games. Whenever you put your video out there, people are going to dog on you. People are going to make you feel bad about it. And people are going to say that, like, if you hacked somebody, people are going to get mad at you. People, like... That is what chased a lot of people away from the Wi-Fi Draft League community, because a lot of people saw that people were saying stuff like the better player didn't win, or you only won because you're lucky, or this, that, and the other, rather than just saying, hey man, good game, hacks sucked, right? I lost in the past, like, however long. I lost in the three things that I can think of. I got 6-0'd, because my opponent prepped really, really well. I didn't want to upload that because I thought that people were going to, like, talk trash on me. I didn't even want to join the call afterwards because I know for a fact that people are going to be dogging on me. Rather than, like, dogging on people about what they could have changed, what they could have done better, what they could have done this, just say good game and stop talking about it. Like, stop harping on what people do wrong, because it really does impact people differently. Not saying this for me. I just didn't really want to hear people dogging on me, especially whenever I know the same people that are going to be dogging on me are going to be dogging on other people, and they're also going to be making, like, wrong plays themselves. I don't like the I'm holier than thou type feel. I don't like that. I like whenever people are like, hey man, that was a rough loss, wasn't it? Yep, sure was. Let's play. You know, that's what I would prefer. But I think a lot of people have been chased out by that mentality of you need to have all of your mistakes shoved in your face. You need to know exactly what you did wrong. You need to know exactly why you did this wrong. And you need to know exactly how you're bad. And I think that chased some people away. I think that the toxicity of trying to be the best has chased people away. And I think that's disappointing. So I want to talk about one last thing, streaming games, right? 37 minutes. If I can make this by 30 minutes, I'll be happy. Streaming games, whatever, on Twitch, you do your thing. I think streaming games in call has ruined the Draft League community. Ruined it. Here's why. If you are playing a game against somebody, right, and you're streaming it in call, and you're streaming it in call to in between, we'll say 5 to 10 people. APA does this a lot, and I've seen upwards of like 15 people in there, and some people that are not playing in the actual league, but are just friends chilling in and watching it. Now, they know everything you're going to say. Why are they going to watch your video? Why are they going to watch your video, whereas promoting your video does very little? Liking the video and leaving a comment does a lot for the algorithm. Why are they going to do that now? They already know the outcome. They talked to you about it. They told you what you did bad if you lost. They told you how you smacked the other person if you won. They told you all this amazing stuff. Why are they going to watch it? Why are they going to comment on it? They're not going to. That's why I don't watch games live, because the people that I care about, I want to watch their video and I want to help and I want to like and I want to put a comment on it and I want to help promote it through the algorithm. So streaming these games has just taken away, who's somebody that I can mention? Owen, he's right here. Right? So Owen's last APA video, right? 145 views. He could have had 160 if he streamed it to 15 people, right? And those 15 people didn't know the outcome. Nobody talked about it. There wasn't a replay code that got posted in Discord. Nothing. If nobody knew about it, but they got uploaded and they cared about Owen's videos, which, by the way, I did and I liked it because I actually enjoy Owen's content. I think he might be a little rude sometimes, but he's gotten a lot better. Gotten a lot better. Like, a lot better. Shout out to Owen for that. He's improved vastly in how he treats people. And now I want to promote his content. I want to I want to watch the video. I want to like it. I want to comment on it. And I want more people to see it. That is how you can help people, not by streaming it in games. It might be more fun for everybody watching it live, but it doesn't help the content. It doesn't help the league. It doesn't help the viewers. That is another big thing that has killed the Draft League format. And this is all just my opinions. I'm not going to put music over this. I'm not going to monetize this. I just want people to watch it and hopefully take this into consideration. If you're open to hearing some of my ideas about commentary, if you're open to hearing some of my ideas about doing other leagues, if you're open to hearing anything about that, please, and let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, because I really do think that this is an important topic, and I think it's a really good way that we can start trying to rebuild this into something that it was before. But yeah, with that, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next Draft League video. Oh God, that was stupid.